Welcome back to my part 3 of my Dragon Age Inquisition Let's Play. When we left off, we had just finished the introduction. We had attempted to close a giant rift in the sky, that kind of rift just over there. From the dialogue at the end of the introduction, it seems like although we didn't manage to close it completely, we've at least kind of stopped it temporarily. And then we came here to Haven. And we would now just have a quick wander around the camp and see if there's anyone we can talk to.
The mages will be able to seal the breach. I heard some speak of using the Templars instead. Oh. If you've got lyrium to sell, Commander Cullen is handling all purchases. Oh, you're her. Thren, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess.
Strange
If
how.
you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good login site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
Okay. Requisitions are kind of like mini quests that you can do continuously throughout the game.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
And
Farewell.
you'll get the requisition quests, different ones in each area you go to. So you'll have several running kind of simultaneously. So for this one, it's just a simple gather X amount of materials. So I need 1 login stand and 5 iron, and they can make some Inquisition weapons.
If you find anything we need, let me know.
Bit of loot. See what we got inside. Just some herbs and some hide. Got a barrack here.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I think, you know, because he's a fellow dwarf, she might let her guard down a bit. Be a bit more light-hearted. It may be just like a kind of jokey.
I'm just glad I'm still standing after all that.
I still can't believe you survived Cassandra. You're lucky you were out cold for most of her frothing rage. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
Yeah, she might want to know why a fellow dwarf's still staying here.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
Fair enough.
I'm still not sure I believe any of this is really happening.
Not quite sure about the
This
costume
is all
she's
just the
wearing.
maker winding us up. I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
So it seems very cold for kind of open V-neck there. Anything else around? Nope. We've got a shop icon. It's the guy that didn't want to talk to us earlier at the end of the last video.
One life, one death.
Good
There
day.
is but one
Or
God,
good as it could be with
and
the
he
Skyrim's
is our
part.
maker.
I don't think she really care. There's options, yep.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
So we got some new weapons. What's this one? Hunting longbow. I'm probably not going to be using longbows. Probably going to stick with the daggers. It's a bit better than the other one I'm using. How much is it? 26 gold. Get myself a nice new hat. Cows. Helmets. New. These are upgrades for Bianca, the Varric's crossbow. Craft materials. Can also start making those upgrades myself. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's particularly worth it right now. I've got my DLC dagger that I picked up in that last episode.
One life, one death. There is but one God.
Are there people this way? Oh no, I'm on the other side of this fence. Got those makings of a catapult, by the look of it.
With passion and breath.
What about this way?
Darkness creeps.
I think we missed some guys down here. At least they're not lining the roads anymore. Bit weird when they did that when I first got here. So what have we got up here? Got Solus, the elf.
The chosen of Andraste, the blessed heroes sent to save us all.
I've no interest in being a hero. All I want is to find a way to seal this breach.
Pragmatic, but ultimately irrelevant. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious.
Starting to think he
you'll
quite
be.
likes his speeches. East of the ancient ruins. Yeah, maybe.
What do you
Maybe
mean
a passing
ruins,
interest.
battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
I see that. This star is kind of a special option. So you can use it. You normally get it added when you have some sort of vague knowledge on the subject. I don't think you need it for this one, but normally if you take a perk later on at the war table for more information on mages, then if you're speaking about magic, you can sometimes get like an extra option pop up to just for an extra line in the conversation. Try this one.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins? Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
Might find that
Never heard
impressive.
of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's
I'm not
a
sure how
common
much you'll
field of
know about
study
the
for obvious
Fade.
reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Yeah, I think we've got bigger problems than you being a mage. That's a bit too cold-hearted. Don't want to push people away, they might be of use. Yeah, we have bigger problems.
The giant hole in the sky trumps any other concerns. We can worry about the rest later.
Yes. Who can say what this world will look like when we are done fighting for it? But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Anything in here? No, just someone's house. Nothing in particular inside. Ooh. Apothecary. Wow, they're really ornate fire holders. So you can upgrade potions here, or tonics and or grenades. And more owl fruit to increase my healing potions. That's the benefits from scavenging around a lot.
Felissa said to check with you to make sure these are safe to serve.
They're fine. Nobody will take sick as long as she boils them right.
Let's get some
Smart woman
loot.
for asking, though.
Oh, new dagger. It's a bit weird, I'm just robbing this guy's chest while he stood there and his friend was running around, but such is the way of
Back from the
RPGs.
dead. Again.
We've met.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making us wear, though. So, you're welcome.
It has been a rough few days.
That's an understatement. And more ahead if the weather is any indication. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Maybe just return the favour of
anything I can do to
him
help out?
helping her.
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me.
Quite
I only
true.
wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Keep an eye out for pages. Especially since they'll probably end up helping me. What we got in here? Someone else's house. Painting on the wall. They do like their open flames, just kind of hanging around. Notes. I know I'm missing a lot of the kind of lore that you can pick up in the notes and letters you can read, but I don't really see a reason why my character would be picking that up at the moment.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
Well,
With
it's
passionate breath
outside,
does the
yeah.
darkness
Let's go out these gates then.
It is the whisper in the
Training and fighting. And something's over here. See, there's got a mission there. In the shop.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs...
Got a look at the mini-map, I was running into walls.
the Hinterlands.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Odd. I'm not sure she'd be used to quite dressing.
It's not
the
exactly
clothes?
what I'm used to.
Wrong time for style to dictate what you wear. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
What can you and your team make here?
Arms and armor. We work iron to blighted dragon bone if you've got it. Our designs are simple, but they get the job done. You want something fancy, bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Okay, so as is
Goodbye.
fairly obvious, this is where you can come to craft your own weapons or upgrade your own weapons and armor. Craft armor, modify weapons, modify armor, craft weapons. And you use the things like the iron that we find outside to make the stuff. I'm pretty certain I don't have any recipes, so I can't actually make anything. And you'll find recipes in shops or in or loot just kind of about the world. Also at this place you get the Tactician's Renewal, which lets you respec your ability points. You can try out different builds, or if you decide you don't like the way you've gone, you can change it. So if I decided to get rid of the dual wielding daggers, I can respec and become an archer instead. But that'll be happening. So that's this place. Was anything down there? Blue dot. I believe that's like a creature, so something that's not harmful to you. Look, yeah, we've got whatever this thing is. Not sure what that is. Oh, is that a nug? It's a nug, which is, yeah, a nug. Essentially they're like giant hairless rabbits. You saw them in the first game when you're in the dwarven underground kingdom of Orzammar. I think they're meant to be quite popular dwarven pets. Yeah, more of them. You could kill them. I think you can get nug leather or something for them. Yeah. Oh. There we go. So you go drop some loot. Nug skin. And you can use it to craft your weapons and armor. And these kind of tell you what it will do. So if you're using it as defense, it gives you a 1% range defense. If you use it as a utility slot, it'll be +1 to your cunning. So it just actually kind of gives you a hint of what the things you might not want to waste your time collecting everything. If there's like a particular build you might want. Although you will need to use a lot of these kind of resources for the requisition side quests that you find. Let's pop back up here. I believe there's some people we can talk to around these people fighting. Around here? Oh, maybe not. Oh, we got...
See reasons.
Who are you?
We cannot stay. Yes. Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
Fair enough. I'm not sure how much my character knew about him. I suppose if she was a spy, she knew quite a lot, but...
I like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Yeah. Chantry guys. Random chest just left out in the cold, which has a hunting bow and medium adventure armor, which I could use actually. Oh no, human trained only. What's human trained?
Speak only the word, sing only the chant, then the golden
For some reason I thought Cullen might be around here or Cassandra. I assume they could be both inside the Chantry Keep. Let's head back that way now. Since we're getting some frame drops. It's a bit annoying. I suppose just finishing uploading the previous episode to YouTube, which probably isn't helping.
So we're heretics just like that. Should we surrender or
Pop in here.
Don't be foolish.
Continue on with the main quest.
Does it trouble you?
I imagine it would, having weird green lightning coming out of your hand. I'm not sure. Maybe just it's fine. I mean, she did imprison me a little bit. Even though she's been defending me since.
Not really.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Yeah.
Clearly you have something in mind.
We do.
Straightforward. Straightforward, to the point. No nonsense.
May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
And also likes to have a candle on a clipboard.
It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Yeah. Impressive titles.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
What did I do? I've barely done anything. It's only been like a couple of days. Yeah, that was quick.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you a dwarf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have
I'm a
declared
dwarf, or that
us,
I'm in the Herald of
and
Andraste.
we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Yeah. What is the Herald of Andraste?
How am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
Unnerving. I think she'll find it unnerving to be the center of a mostly human religion.
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
So if I wasn't with the Inquisition...
Well, let's be honest, they would have censored us no matter what.
And you not being here isn't an option.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the Hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Good, because it sounds like I'm doing most of it so far. Alright, so this is the war table. And... it kind of shows various missions. In Norlay, I don't think there's really anything at the moment. Yeah, there's nothing there at the moment. But in Ferelden, we got the first place we can go to is the Hinterlands.
Could you try
And then as we progress, various other places will pop up
Perhaps he should try leaving
that we can interact with. At the moment we're just sending out scouts to scout the Hinterlands, which will unlock the area and we'll be able to travel there ourselves. This of course is the civil war that's raging on between the mages and Templars. My scouts. And that, I believe, is the Mother Giselle that we're after. So yeah, we've scouted the Hinterlands. Apostates attacking anything that moves. Templars aren't following anyone's orders. It's just kind of a giant mess up between the two sides, and everyone else is getting caught in the middle. Yeah. And there's also a retired horse master in Redcliffe who might be able to get some horses for the Inquisition. And this is by Scout Harding, who you'll meet a few times later on. Quite a fun character. Obviously party selection. We've only got the 3 so far. So we'll have to choose these 3. But we will unlock some more party members shortly. Probably not in this video though. Or the next one for that matter. Got a bit of an overview of the Templar Order here. Again, they're mostly existed to keep mages in check, to make sure they didn't use blood magic, they weren't summoning demons, various things like that. And they used a substance called lyrium, which in mages would enhance their mana pools and make them cast more powerful spells and for longer, whereas in the Templars they use it to try and suppress the magic. But the Templars themselves get addicted to it and have to rely on lyrium, which itself is tightly controlled by the Chantry. No one else is allowed to use it or sell it or buy it. It all comes straight from the dwarves to the Chantry, and they dictate who gets it. But then, of course, there are smugglers like the dwarf I'm playing's family. She comes from a criminal faction, criminal cartel that's main exports is the smuggling of lyrium. Warriors and rogues generate stamina. Good with each hit. Might be quite a long loading screen for this one because it's a very large area. Almost ridiculously large. And so you see that the game is kind of semi-open world. You can't go anywhere within the world, but you can go to some very large maps, or very large places. And the Hinterlands is the first of those that you kind of get to, and also one of the blooming largest. And it's filled with side quests, which take forever if you try and do all of them. And actually you can't do all of them straight away because some of them are a higher level than you will be when we start there. So I'll either have to level up a lot before going on.
I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach.
This is
Good
Scout
to see another
Harding.
dwarf in the Inquisition. There aren't many of us around. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Oh, Varric. Yeah, let's go straight to business.
What's the situation out here in the Hinterlands?
We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Right. Looks like it's time to knock some Mage and Templar heads together. You'll see we've got a little information point, which means to go talk to somebody. This one, the requisitions officer.
This might interest you, sir.
Who is going to give us a...
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
A requisition. The Hinterlands Geological Survey. Which means I need 10 iron and 5 onyx to complete this one. And it's another requisition like with the swords. And this being a camp, we'll have a requisition table. And if you get all the items, you can fulfill it here and get, you get power. And then you use the powers to help do stuff on the war map later on. Also in your account you can use the horn to change your party members, equip potions, and you can go into the tents to rest and heal yourself. So where am I going? This way? Go in the back. Obviously we're going the opposite direction. Now we want to end up where this kind of star-shaped thing is. That's where the mission will be. Someone's hut. Objective. Pop in, although I'm pretty certain I won't be doing this mission. Maybe not. It's not what I thought it was. I thought it would be an old lady who's wants a ring back. This one is... Oh, got brothers killing brothers, or brothers killing brothers.
Interesting.
One a mage, one a
Could be worth
Templar.
a look.
But obviously we're just going to steal that loot because, well, they're not here. Got Canary, Sledgehammer. So it doesn't look like that comfortable a place because it's just got grass and mud on the floor. Got at least put some flooring down. Yeah. Just gonna equip that dagger we picked up as well. Recruiter's Dirk, I think it was. There we go.
Mother Giselle ought to be around here somewhere.
Ooh, I got a red thing that. I believe that's normally means that there's enemies that way. Check the map. Going up on there. Get up there. Passing a load of dead bodies. Mages by the look of them at the moment.
Inquisition forces! They're trying to protect the refugees!
Looks like they could use a hand.
Hold! We are not apostates!
I do not think they care, Seeker.
Is he one of ours? He's one of ours. Cool. Cut this guy down quickly, see what he's got. Lamb as well. Mages are just burning this place down. Alright, let's sneak in.
We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Let's get this guy, I
Doesn't
suppose.
look like they're listening.
Those are pretty basic. Don't have how much to kill. A mage. these on. Use my... Oh. I haven't even knocked him over there. I use my acid thing. Right, I think he's dead now. Cool, what we got?
Be ready.
Silk?
More coming our way.
Fancy mage in his silk. Going from this way? What's going on over there? Oh. Guy. What are you doing? Stop knocking him away from me when I'm trying to stab him. I get around this guy's shield. Maybe I should be attacking this archer instead. Probably makes more sense. Yeah. Just stick to my role as a rogue and not go charging in. Leave that to Cassandra. This guy does not want to die. What do you got now? Whoa, 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 whoa! Let's take a potion and... Who is this guy? Never died
That's
quickly.
the end of it. Alright, so we've saved some of our soldiers, hopefully saved a couple of innocents. Got some bloody weapons. That's right, get our banner up. Let everyone know we're in town. Barry didn't look impressed with them.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle?
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
I am. Yeah, you asked for me.
I'm told you asked for me.
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
Yeah.
And that's an excuse? They're making things worse.
They don't know that. This is my point. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
Yeah.
You want me to appeal to them?
If I thought you were incapable, I wouldn't suggest it.
Will they even listen?
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. Their power is their unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
You make it sound simple.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us.
No pressure then.
I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
So now it looks like we're having to do yet more stuff. The fate of the world is becoming more and more resting on our shoulders
Vale
alone.
is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
Corporal Vale? Where is he?
Welcome back.
Haven't gone anywhere. No. We could do lots of these little triangle things that are on the map. And they are locations where for some reason you can go and point your standard and find out a bit of a lore about the particular area. We just point down our standard and that's that. So the guy we need to speak to is this way? Yeah, maybe? Okay. Just up this cliff. Go see what he has to say.
Right. That's why.
You're with the Inquisition. Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
Do I have any other
problems do
concerns?
these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply. But if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
And yeah, supposed to tell me about the Horsemaster.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the Mages and Templars are done killing each other.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw Lyria. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
You were concerned about refugees starving?
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
There's a lot of side quests, avoiding kind of refugees,
rebel mages?
helping them out and kind of increasing your popularity of the Inquisition.
Of their own. The ones out here are just apostates, locked up in the circles all these years, and now they've gone mad with power. The rebels in Redcliffe have washed their hands of them. I wish we could do the same.
What can you tell me about the Templars?
All the Templars were called to Val Royeaux not long ago. These bastards ignored the order. Now they're killing rebel mages, along with any refugees they think are mage sympathizers. Every Templar I've ever known has wanted to protect the common folk. These men defile their order's good name.
Farewell.
And you as well.
So now you get to see that the world is going a bit crazy. And yeah, so we got what we got up here. Well, that's the note that we found in the house. We've got another camp that we can go and get. And got 2 mission things there, a shop. And these ones are rifts that we can go and close. They're like mini rifts. Not like the big one we had to close at the end of the first. At the end of the introduction, but mini ones. That's the Master of Horses guy. So I think we'll stop here for the moment, and then when we come back we'll head over towards the horse guy and see what we can find in the way. So thanks for watching, and we'll hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.